name's Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him. But even a set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving you empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. That's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do. A time when I would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this, but maybe Judas would understand.
Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, you! Over here! Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway? Wowza! You really got a hit on the head. Remember me? Your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
You have a fax. You have a fax.
My indispensable water cooler still doesn't have paper cups. Yeah, he must have made the custodial staff really, really angry. What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here.
You have a fax.
Oh boy, a fax. It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack. My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop. Yeah, more furniture I don't recognize. Salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition. Well, this happened on my first case. I was in the shootout of my life at the warehouse district. I took a bullet, and while I was recovering, I swore I was always going to use my brains before brawn. From here, I get a great view of Chandler Avenue, the original Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay. Ah, the Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill of fear down my spine whenever Well, I sure don't remember how these holes got made. They look fairly recent, judging from the debris. Who's done this? And why? Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean. Enigma. Sounds like the story of my life. This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to map out fun spots to visit inside your brain. It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these? Blue's always useful. An article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history? PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business. Whoa, this melted chocolate bar's been in here for a while. Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get it fixed soon, I'll go insane. Dory me fasolato.
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
How do you get lost before you eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
Oh, my decoder ring. The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in. No messages on the vid phone. The Maltese Falcon. I don't remember picking up this little souvenir. How long was I knocked out? Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick. These are the fedoras I've collected over the years, and I take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
My old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. It's my Gene Autry fake book. Oh, man, this record's broken in two.
Dear God.
Well, I definitely remember my Gene Autry record.
I close my eyes.
Man, my Richie Havens signature guitar signature disappeared. That'll teach me to get an autograph with a dry erase marker. My Kammer books are great, but I prefer stories about his crazy nephews, Mike and I Kammer. I try to collect all of their Candy comics. One of my golf partners, Old Bogey we call him. These are my credentials. They don't just give this to anyone. You have to pay a fee. These are my credentials. They don't just give this to anyone. Yeah. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor. Whoa. I've never seen this much money in my life. If this is my money, what are they paying me for? Someday, I hope to collect all of the Mike and Ike Hammer comics and place them here. The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange. Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me. And it's a sitting room. Good for sitting. Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now. That was from my first jackalope hunt. What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Am I going crazy here? Footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back, but I've never had the nerve to open it all the way. Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if it is the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since. And I certainly don't remember this piece of furniture. Looks like a genuine antique instead of something I normally get at a white elephant sale. So it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun shell casings and a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion. Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea. This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me? Whoa, it's a picture of me at my office. Someone's been spying on me from the top floor of the electronics shop.
Where is he? He's up at the window. I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop. No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me.
He's injected himself. I don't care. Drag him into the speeder.
I think someone was getting abducted. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention.
Where's he shooting from? Look, look, look! Top window! I shut out her headlight.
Remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway. Motor oil, the secret ingredient to Louis' Armageddon blend. Louis usually up at this time. I should ask him if he heard anything. Another Mike and Ike hammer. Candy Cane Confidential. These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent. It's a Mike and Ike hammer candy comic. Citizen Candy Cane.
Well, looks like Louis at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
Abandoned. It's a Mike and Ike hammer candy comic. The Sweet and Sour Lady. I'll put this in my comic book rack back at the office. Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea. Sad to say, many robots and cyborgs end up down here. They get hooked on old Chihuahua motor oil, and they stumble down here looking for a fix until their lights fade out. Behind Rook's pawn shop is a dirty, ugly alcove that reminds me a lot of Rook himself. What's this? Well, it's not a Banksy.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
I remember the day I came back to my office to that grisly sight.
I tried for an hour to get Pug's head out of the water cooler, but it was no dice. The police showed up and thought about grilling me until they realized Pug was a mutant, and it was like they couldn't care less.
I guess people are a little apprehensive about taking that bottle back for deposit. I'm here to see my pal Louis, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Well, hello, stranger.